Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mobuzz TV. The last couple days we haven't been doing any news because I've been traveling around getting a whole bunch of really great interviews for you in Amsterdam at Picnic 2008. We're going to be playing those later this week, but today we got a lot of space history coming up, a lot of space news coming up, and a couple gadgets just for the hell of it. So stick around. Aeronautic history was made yesterday as the Falcon 1 of SpaceX achieved orbit around the Earth. Now, why is this amazing? Well, it is the first privately developed liquid-fueled launch vehicle to achieve Earth orbit. Now, after a number of failed missions, it's good to see that SpaceX is finally getting off the ground. For you conspiracy buffs talking about how NASA is withholding information on extraterrestrial life, or whether man actually walked on the moon, maybe now SpaceX will start to shed some light on the subject. Or maybe not. Speaking of aliens and UFOs, check out the remote-controlled UFO at ThinkGeek.com. It's a small remote-controlled fan that, looks really cool. It's not too expensive, it flies around, and it looks like a UFO. And for 25 bucks, you can get the Microfly, which is the tiny UFO unit, and start freaking out your friends at the office or at school, Have lots of fun with playing with UFOs. That is until the imminent invasion and we all become their slaves. Now, speaking of earthly invasions, last week at the Google Foundation, researchers urged the UN to start a massive project to protect the Earth against colliding meteors and asteroids and other things. After a 2-year study of the Association of Space Explorers, the group of astronauts, scientists, and whatnot feel that there should be an increase in observation of possible colliding meteors, a better network of observatories locating and tracking the asteroids, as well as a plan to destroy any asteroid that comes into play, and the UN should be heading it up. But here's my question. The movie Armageddon has been out for like 10 years, this year, and the ASE is only now starting to research this seriously 2 years ago? I mean, what the fuck, man? Hello? Did it really take the most brilliant scientists in the world 8 years to figure out what a bunch of coked-up Hollywood scriptwriters thought up on a weekend back in Bangkok? I say the UN should get Michael Bay to head up the project. At least then we'll have some good visual effects. 10 years. Wake up! Now, for those of you who are having a little trouble waking up in the morning, lay off all the alcohol at night. No, but it could be you're not getting enough sleep, or you're trying to wake up at the wrong time, actually. Yes, Happy Wake Up Alarm for the X60 mobile phone may help that. By monitoring your sleep patterns, breathing during the night, all that kind of stuff, the software on the S60 will recognize when you are in the deep REM sleep cycle or you're coming out of one. Now, depending on whether you're in that deep sleep or not, the phone will calculate the best time to wake you up. Then it goes off with an alarm and wakes you up, making you feel fresher and better. The application costs about €50 from happywakeup.com. Speaking of sleeping soundly, check out this hover bed. Well, actually, it's not a bed, it's more of a lounger. It's called the Hover It Lounger, and it's only some 5,000 plus pounds at the moment. But it is a lounger that actually hovers in the air. Now, it does this by using magnets, 8 magnets in total, which basically make the chair hover in the air because of the repelling magnetic forces. Kind of like McCain and Obama going. Anyways, I mean, it's cool. The chair hovers in the air, but it's a bit plasticky. It doesn't look that comfortable. It looks like you could get something from IKEA that would be even more comfortable. And to be honest, forget having any gadgets like laptops or hard disks around you when you sit on it, because all that magnetic force, it's gonna screw them up. So it's kind of cool, but go back to the drawing board, guys. Speaking of rockets in this show, Yves Rossi, aka Fusion Man, has successfully crossed the English Channel last week with his jetpack. Yes, he crossed the 22 miles between Calais and Dover at speeds of up to 120 miles an hour in only 13 minutes. Another homemade rocket first. Way to go. That's pretty much all the news we got for today. Now, as I was at Picnic last week, I didn't see this coming until today, but Benny Lanz has completed the Rubik's Cube Challenge. First, it only took him like 2.5 minutes. But I especially liked it when he started doing all these designs with the Rubik's Cube, later. That was pretty cool. So, great going, Benny. You'll have, to teach me all of that, because I only have like one thing done. So see you guys tomorrow with some coverage from Picnic Conference in Amsterdam.